We are at a time of the year which is considered significant for those who are on the spiritual path. The Tamil month of Margazhi starts from 16. What is the significance of this month? It is at this time of the year that the planet Earth is closest to the sun. So this should have been the hottest month, but this is a time when the planet is shy of the sun and the northern face faces away from the sun. In the southern hemisphere, this is the hottest part of the year. In the northern hemisphere, this is the coolest part of the year because the northern hemisphere or the northern face of the planet is facing away from the sun, but it is closest. So in terms of temperature, because of the closeness to the sun, the angle at which the sun's rays hit the planet is very diffused. But in terms of sun's gravity functioning on the planet, right now it is at the highest. So the maximum pull of the sun's gravity is functioning upon the planet at this time. So this Margazhi month is a time to bring balance to the system. It is like if something is flying all over, if you just pull it, it gets centralized. So that is the effect that the Margazhi month has on the human system. It pulls you from the base, so it brings balance and stability. Recognizing this, that one needs to bring balance and stability, this is a time when there are practices in the yogic system which has transmitted itself into culture in many different ways. This is a time when men will do what women are supposed to do, and women will do what men are supposed to do, in the sense. In Tamil Nadu, there's a culture that this is a time when men will go on Nagara Sankirtan. That means men will practice devotion, they will sing. Singing and devotion is largely considered feminine, so men will practice this. Women will practice making geometrical figures. Geometry and masculinity are very directly connected. If a woman sees something, let's not say woman, if feminine sees something, it will always pay maximum significance to the color and form of that. If the masculine sees something, it always sees the geometry first and then the color and the form. So it is this month, women practice geometry, not on paper, but in front of their homes. Through the Margazhi month, every woman is supposed to draw geometrical figures. Of course, today you have templates, they're no good. You must practice geometry, because shifting from color and form to geometrical shapes and forms, this is a simple transformation of a certain science into a cultural dimension. Because of the closeness to the sun, because of a general pull downward, Mooladhara becomes the most dominant. Because Mooladhara becomes most dominant, the preservative nature of life becomes dominant in the body. In the yogic system, we would say, when the preservation is dominant, this is not a time to grow. All life in the northern hemisphere is at its minimum right now. The growth of the tree, the plant, and if you plant a seed, you can see this. The growth will be slowest at this time, not only because of the temperature, because of a general pull downward. So because the growth will be because the growth will be held back because of a certain inertia in the life force, this is a time the body can recoup itself. This is a time body can preserve itself well. The inertia caused in all aspects of life because of the closeness of the sun and being on the wrong side, everything being pulled down, seed will not sprout very well. Recognizing this, Margazhi, the month of Margazhi, there never are any marriages in Tamil Nadu. Still, it is being maintained because this is not a time for conception. Even those who are in the life of householders, even a grihastha practices brahmacharya for this period generally. It is based on this, you see people are going to the hills, 40 days of brahmacharya before they go there, because this is not a time for conception, because the seed will not sprout as well as it would another time. So, in the science of breeding the right kind of human beings, Margazhi is not the time to conceive. It is just that to sync our lives with the natural movements of the earth, to see that we ride the cycles of this planet, we are not crushed by the cycles of this planet.